I need to apologize. I've made a severe and continuous lapse in judgment. I said I was going to try and upload every week this year, and I missed last week. And now I'm over it. So, hi, welcome to my channel. This video is a little impromptu. I didn't post one last week because, completely straightforward and honest. Being a trans person in America right now is not very fun. It is scary place right now for me, and I've been understandably stressed. But I want to keep making content. I want to document my life throughout this period. And I want to make people smile. I want to, make people comfort, and you're not alone. Even though stuff is really, 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 really hard right now, it's gonna work out. Don't know when, but it will. I have faith in the people who support those who are under attack right now. It's not just scary being trans right now. It's scary being an immigrant. It's scary even resembling someone from another country. It's scary for women right now, and it's scary for queer people, especially trans people. It's disappointing that we wound up here. I'm not entirely certain how much control we actually had over it. If this would have just happened regardless, they're obviously not playing by the rules. But that's another story. We'll cross that bridge, and then we'll burn it behind us. I just wanted to hop on here saying, kind of give short update about that, why I missed last week's episode and stuff. I really appreciate those of you who do keep watching. I know there hasn't been much, I haven't been talking about a whole lot. But I've started thinking about some other stuff, and I've picked up writing again, which has been enjoyable. I just really, I don't know, I love doing it. And I've been trying to go through some of my older stuff and rewrite it to, use more colorful verbiage and widen the vocabulary a little bit. But I've been working on creating my own mythos, and I know that I haven't. I don't believe I've mentioned it on here before, but I'm designing a pantheon that goes with this whole world universe, really, but mainly focuses on one world. And it's been so much fun. I originally, the first few that I came up with were actually from characters I had made on Skyrim, and playing through as them and stuff, and using mods to, I don't know, make them more godlike. And it's been really fun coming up with their backstories and stuff, because in my pantheon, gods aren't just born as gods. There are one or two that were born, but that was way later. Because in my mythos, people become gods by doing something called raised by proving, and it like it's when a mortal gains so much power and influence that they essentially ascend to godhood. And then there's like the first god, the first person to ever be raised to a god is the most widely um, worshipped. Like she was the first one to have an actual like religion around her as well. One of the only ones to have like an actual organized religion. But she's called that I've been giving them like aliases, like things that they're known as. So like the first one is called the Hero King, um, and a few others that I can't remember off the top of my head. And her raise by proving created an era of peace and equality and all that stuff, because that's what she fought for when she was on the earth. So she's considered the god of justice. Um, and she that lasted. That was like the first era. I haven't decided exactly how long those last for, but then the second era came about when inevitably there started being war and stuff again, and conflict, and um, at the forefront of that was a orc whose skin had been dyed red from the blood of all the people he killed in battle, and he becomes the god of chaos and destruction, and he just craves chaos um, and violence and war. He hates order and all that, and he just loves to fight, and he does whatever he wants. And then he became the next god and ushered in the second era. And then there's several others after that that I don't really want to just ramble about. But that's basically the biggest piece of fiction I've been working on recently. Particularly a story that takes place. I haven't decided what era, but it's after the goddess of fortune, or not fortune, fate, and uh, I don't remember, like contracts and deals and stuff like that, and the god of time and temperance. Those two have a child that ends up fighting. Well, doing this in such a weird order. That's the first. Their child is the first god to be born as a god. The first being ever created from two gods. Um, and I don't know how much of this like I want to spoil, because I might start working on a book for it, but that's like a big might, because I really don't know. I've I've been writing portions of it in like conversations, like excerpts, e- excerpts, e- excerpts, right? That's a that sounds so weird right now. Okay. Anyways, um, and oh yeah, I forgot what I was saying. Oh right, I've been writing excerpts of from the stories, and like their some of their interactions and stuff. Just some lines that I've thought up from conversations. Like uh, there's one mortal who raises to godhood, specifically because he wants to kill other gods. Like he's upset that they aren't like making the world a better place or whatnot. So he wants to get vengeance on them because um, he was fighting in a war, and so he was away from home, and his wife and kids um, were killed in a sneak attack from a faction that worshipped the god of chaos and destruction, and laid the whole city to waste. So he seeks vengeance on the gods, and he ends up running into the goddess of justice. Voice is cracking like crazy, and she, of course, like he's seeking vengeance and stuff, and after talking to her, she kind of he gets upset and like criticizes her, chastises her for being the goddess of justice, but not imposing justice on Earth. And she explains that most of her time and effort is for is spent keeping the god of chaos and destruction at bay, to keep him from influencing the world more than he has. And she tells him, she's like, I strongly believe in mortality's right to rule itself and to govern itself. Um, and she says, I do what my soul compels me to, and what I believe to be just according to my own criteria. Um, but and then she says, but I did not give myself the moniker of God of justice. It's not my decision, or like she says that it was not her who gave herself that title, and that starts to change like how he thinks about gods and stuff. And she says, determine for yourself whether a god is wicked or good, because ultimately um the mortal experience and the experience of living in a society with people is that it is a clash of morality, and like it's your morals versus their morals, and whoever is able to enforce their morals decides what the rules are, and what is good and what is evil. The winner decides that. And she tells him, she's like, I believe that your vengeance is just, and your anger is valid, but perhaps misdirected. Um, and he still goes. He does kill the orc god, and one other, but once they reach, like once you've raised by proving, you can never truly die. Like you can lose a significant portion of your power and influence, but you will, like they essentially go into like stasis, or like they're just severely weakened and can't influence the world at all. And then after several millennia, they eventually come back. full power if they still have followers and stuff, and the rules that they impose that gain them, or not that they, like certain rules of, like for him would be chaos and destruction. When that is abundant, he benefits from that. He gains power from that. So yeah. But anyways, that's what I've been working on, and it's super fun. And I love coming up with these worlds and characters and stuff. I don't know. Maybe I'll eventually like write a book. And put it all together. Let's see. If I do, I'll let you guys know, and you can check it out if you're interested in stuff. But that would be years in the future probably. So, all right. I love you guys. Thank you for watching. If you watched, sorry I'm a bit of a mess. Stuff is crazy right now, but I'm working it out. And I'm taking a day at a time, and I'm trying to avoid the stuff that's everywhere, frankly, and just really a massive downer and stuff that I can't really do anything about right now. But we're in this together, and I love you guys. Thank you for watching and supporting me. That means a whole lot, especially right now. And I will see you guys in the next one.